I like this hat.
It's very
Sometimes
like,
I'm always a
let,
bit like...
let Daphne read your fortune.
It was £3.99, of course, Smithies. And I'm very much just kind of like, after a gig, I just kind of like chuck it across the room, being like, oh, fuck it, I'll buy another one another time. But it's holding up.
It's popping off.
I feel like I wouldn't pass this runway because it's technically a hat.
Well, Tiga, I'm like, I think How's Your Headpiece is better than...
Well, yeah, honestly, I thought they really missed a trick with that.
Fascinating fascinators. I was like, oh.
And then that awful fucking song. Was it just because of that song?
What song? Oh, Fascinated. I didn't think of that.
Was that not your first thought? Was like, oh, that's the reason why this runway is called this?
No, I just thought they called it this because they weren't being clever.
That too. Hello, my darlings.
Hiya, Yiddy.
My name is Daphne.
And I'm Tayris Mongardi, your kind of plus-size Black Barbie. And welcome to...
The Gag, because we haven't got a gig.
But your man them's got a gag, boy.
We've got the Gag. Oh, how have you been, Tayris, babes?
I've been alright, you know, handing out nuggets. Nugget out of here, as they say. We like to have fun here. No, I've been good, you know, at heart beating, slow and cholesterol filled. I have, you know, been doing some arts and crafts, keeping my creative spirit going.
Stop it. You look like you've had quite the crafternoon.
I know. How are you, my darling? You look lally. It's like fruity patootie.
I'm all right. Stocking up on potassium. I look like I've just kind of like come back from like a circus farmer's market. I always feel very nostalgic when I wear this hair because this is very like old school Daphne, because this is the first ever wig I ever got, and my friend said, oh my god, you look like Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and I was like, oh, lock that in, remember that for later.
Wait, and if I recall, that's a custom lace line, isn't it?
You shady fucking bitch. Yes, this hat is absolutely to add to the wig. It is not to hide anything that is not meant to be shown. I really feel like it just enhances.
I think it's gorgeous.
You do look gorgeous. I do love this. It really paints quite the picture.
Did you ever watch BuzzFeed Untold?
No.
Okay, right, so Eric and I got through this phase of like really getting into him with our friend Rachel, and then we watched someone look like John Bonet Ramsey and it was popping off. Then we had to switch off because you've seen him on with the lizards.
I just told you I've not seen it.
Oh yeah, no. So there's these ones where like conspiracy theories about how famous celebs are actually lizard people, and they've got clips like there's one of Queen Elizabeth, and like you see her turn her head, and there's a glimpse of a lizard eye, like, so we had to stop. It was too real. Talking of reptiles, I'm going to message my landlord tomorrow to ask if I can get a snake. Alice,
did Jack agree?
Jack's warming to the idea. Yeah, he's like, well, ask Jack. Come here!
Why do you always go so butch whenever Jack comes in, as if he's a straight heterosexual man who needs to level on your level?
We'll come back to this dialogue. Jack, not on the level. Jack, do you want to come on the show? No, quickly.
Thank you.
Jack, they want to know, are you at peace with Alice the snake coming to live with us?
I'm not mad at her. I'm at peace with her.
You're not mad about it.
Only if she's called Alice.
Okay, well, Alice Cleopatra.
Really, that's your deal breaker?
I mean, take what you can get, Bab.
He's just so married to the name.
What was I about to say though? And you were like, Jack, warm to me. Oh, the voice. I'm sad that you added me for that, because basically, do you want to know some real tea, mama? This is me, my vulnerability edit. I'm letting my guard down.
Oh, whenever you talk to guys, you...
No, do you know what? It's not even necessarily... It's not even necessarily when I talk to guys. Actually, my voice is more butch than I let on. Hear me out. But I purposely fem it up a little because my voice is so nasal that I'm like, oh, hi, yeah, yiddy. And like, so my natural speaking voice is like here. And whenever I shout at work, people always laugh about it because I can't shout in that way, in that high voice. Like, guys, need a nugget. So I have to like, nuggets, please. And people was like, why are you doing that? I was like, oh, this is me. This is my real identity.
Even though we're fun time girls, we like to have a little drink with a little key. I've never seen you properly drunk, apart from one time where you weren't working in the club. You went to Polyglamorous and you came, for some reason, halfway through Polyglamorous at 2 o'clock, came to Revenge, and I had finished my shift and I was coming upstairs and you were, before I even spoke to you, you were visibly absolutely drunk. I was like, you're right, babes. And he was like, yeah, how's you not been? You got me tips. And it felt like the plumber had just come in and I was just trying to let him know where the bathroom was, just like. Let me try and do my deepest voice possible.
Hiya.
hello. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
And that's on voice training.
Do you know, I've never had any professional voice training.
That's on biology. That's on chromosome.
What's this new little phase? Are we trying it out this week and then hopefully we're gonna get rid of it next week, or
We're alright.
is it here to stay? You sound exactly like Denali putting period after everything.
Let's do it.
Talking of Denali, she walks into the workroom with a bunch of other broads, some of which are safe. Did we agree with that, Tayris?
Oh god, like, why is no one going home?
I would be pissed off if I was there. I'd be pissed off if I was one of the girls that was just safe anyway. I'd be like, oh fucking hell, we got, no one else is gone. I would be even pissed off if it was me. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly, I think I would come to terms with the fact that I'd been eliminated real quick.
Yeah.
I think I'd be like, oh, cool.
But not me, bitch.
And then for him to be like, actually, you're coming back, I'd be like, I'm tired.
That's lovely for you, but for me, I am not that girl, mama. I would weep, piss and shit all in the space of 4 seconds. I would be Aggie if I was Simone, because I'm like, I need the confidence boost to know that if I'm in the bottom, I can send someone home. I can like make my way through it. And I'll be like, you both did it.
Well, she's already had that at the beginning. She beat
Oh yeah,
Tanisha.
But
But also, why do you need that anyway? You don't need that, girl.
Bitch, I want it. I want to know. I was in the bottom and I knocked a big L. And also, just wanted some spit. But also, high key, I'm like, I want to know that because in this Drag Race US format, if we've got a lip sync for the crown and coming at the end, I want to know I can beat someone else.
So they do that little like mini challenge, which is pretty similar to the UK one that they did, which is pretty much just be a drag king. And yet he still is yet to even let drag kings apply, mama.
Well, I mean, they can apply, it's not going to pick them.
So they announced that they're going to do Snatch game, yada yada yada.
Oh,
they do
you
the
can't
little
skip over the midi.
over to
You
his
skip
little...
over all the midi.
But what else? What happened in this mini challenge other than they dressed up like drag kings?
So, did you agree with the winner of the mini challenge? I thought Tina Burner, you know, for a white guy, she got some pum back there.
Who won? Was it okay, Tina Burner? I remember a lot of wobbling buttocks.
That's how you do it when you're in a Swedish boy band, isn't it? You know, you shake that pum, you sing Oi Gewalt.
Was he actually in a boy band?
Are you kidding?
What, Tina Burner?
No, that was our whole storyline.
I thought their whole storyline was that they fucked Graham Norton.
No, she's versatile. She's got many talents. So.
That's Rosé who's in a band. What band is Tina in?
Rosé.
Why can she not sing either?
She was in an old boy band, which is why she went out to Sweden to film the boy. And you're like, oh, I love hearing this story, yada yada. Because that's in the same moment when Tina's young at heart girl ever. And then Rosé's in Stephanie's Child with Jan and Laguna.
Was I drunk?
What girl? Are you pissed?
I do not remember any of them.
Are you pissed?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Nan.
I don't remember anything about him being in a boy band.
So Tina wins 2,500 quid, which, babe, that's the sort of mini challenge I want to win. I don't want to win silly advantage that only hinders you in the main challenge. I want to win just cash prize off your bob, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, and I think they really are trying to rub it in the UK girls' faces of like, you can't win when you win the entire competition. You can't even win a single penny. Well, I've won this stupid fucking mini challenge and I'm 2,500 quid richer than you. Imagine the feeling of whoever wins UK Drag Race, most likely Bimini, feeling like, wow, I have achieved so much, but Tina Burner still has more money than me.
But I mean, it's because we're BBC, innit? Like, it's taxpayer money. That's why whenever you watch a BBC show, like, Pointless, whatever.
No. Pointless, yeah, you win money.
But basically, the way the loophole in the English TV shows is that at the end of every episode, you're not guaranteed any money. Like, because if you get like the mystery question or like the wazoo round, whatever, wrong, then you walk away with nothing. Whereas like on Drag Race, it's a confirmed 100 grand if you make it to the end. And also, it's like 3 grand of pittance, like Pointless. Whereas they're like, oh, that taxpayer money, we're giving 100 grand of it to Muggy the Clown from the Midlands. So, can we talk about Squirrelgate? Like, I guess she's probably like from this little farm town, like, I don't know if she even knows any black people, do you know what I mean? But I was like, I just found it funny, especially when Tina's also doing Richard Simmons, who also has an afro.
It's a perm. Bob Ross had a perm, and whoever this other guy was had a perm.
Eric has an afro.
It's like, yeah, but it's not called an afro though. It's just like curly hair. I don't know. To me, this was just cringy.
It was a bit like
I get it. I understand she's from a small town. She gives off a lot of homeschool vibes. So I feel like maybe when she was coming into like the big scary LA for the big scary competition, she saw what happened online for other contestants, and so she's just very much in her head of like, I've got to be sweet Disney princess and I can make nothing wrong. But then it's going over the top where it's like you're now bringing up an issue that didn't really need to be brought up. Why squirrels?
I will also say though,
does he have a pet squirrel? Like is I don't really know Bob Ross at all, but is he like, I'm presuming Bob Ross is like the equivalent of like our Nick from Art Attack. Neil. His Neil. His name is Neil.
I think they're leagues apart, is what I'd say.
Right, my sequin background is just what okay. Right, that whole background. We're going with the curtains. We're going with this lovely. They're actually magnolia, but they're coming up a dusty grey. You can see the cardboard coming out my outfit. Aren't I the polished queen today? RuPaul was just like straight up. I've seen you do Jennifer Coolidge year after year. It's tired. I don't know why you even fucking brought it. I don't know why you're even attempting to. And then he does the little impression. And he's like, he doesn't want to give it. He doesn't even want to entertain the idea. He's just like,
well, do you know what? From what I've heard,
what the fuck do you think you're doing, you piece of shit?
I would be mortified if I'm like, I'm doing this person, and Rue's like, that's not even a celebrity. Like, what was going through Lydia Lux's mind?
I know who Tabitha Brown is. Do you?
No.
I love Tabitha Brown. She is just the most lovely, most wholesome woman. So she is like a vegan, like TikToker, like Instagram influencer. I don't know, I'm not vegan, I don't follow her for that, but she's got the most gorgeous, most like succulent, lovely voice. I want her to just mother me. And she does these like lovely, like positive, like daily affirmations. And they're just like the most like wholesome things in the world. And she's like, and she has so many catchphrases as well. It's like, and you just put something in here, like so like that, because that's your business. She's got like 1 million followers. Like I don't think she was any less famous than like Patrick Star. When she said Patrick Star, I genuinely fucking thought it was the SpongeBob character.
I think, well, I mean, I don't know who Tabitha Brown is either, because I don't really TikTok. But I think also the problem is, in my opinion, well, first I saw that her original choice was Rachel Dolezal, which would make me pissed. But she
that's
was like,
incredible.
The producers were like, please don't do that.
Why not?
I mean, I can understand why.
They fucking let Kim Chi do Kimmy Jong-un.
And you know, like,
why can't they let Rachel Dolezal?
And the show has grown in these last 5 years, we'd like to believe. But also,
wait. I understand why she couldn't do Rachel Dolezal, because Raven Dolezal was already there.
Oh. No,
we will talk about it.
Surely you mean the winner of season 12, Raven Essence Hall. She
overpropped as well. She really relied on like, I kind of don't have to do as much because I've already got these visual jokes here. But really, the visual jokes was just used by fucking Rose and also Candy Muse. Both funnier than her. So I was like, oh, God.
You look fucking great!
Oh, we will talk about it. I don't know what people's opinions are on this Snatch game. I think this was one of the best Snatch games we've had in ages. I was cackling. I was genuinely laughing at a lot of things. And I don't really tend to laugh. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. I laugh.
The goth will get you. Pork chop's late for some reason. No, I don't...
This
she's
was
late
really
to be cast. She's late
because...
to be cast on All Star. That's what I think. Where is she? Stop giving her. She doesn't want these little dog and bone cameos. I want to do this. She wants you to cast on All Stars. That's what she wants. She's made that very clear. Stop mugging her up.
I bet she gets a nifty little dollar for this. This was really confusing to me because fucking Simone also was out of her seat, and so I was like, why are there just two people not in their chairs? Is Simone the other guest judge? Is that her Snatch game? Karen, tell her. I was so confused.
As soon as I saw Simone wasn't there, I was like, oh, this is clearly an Underground Railroad joke. And like... I mean, okay, well, let's get into it. So first up, Simone, what do you think?
When I heard that she was doing it, I was like, oh, okay, so she must... Because everything she's done so far has been really well thought out. So I was like, oh, she must have some real specific zingers for this. She must have been working on this for years because it's so specific and niche. And it was funny, but I think she could have played any other character and said exactly what
Tea.
she was saying, and it kind of would have worked out the same. Maybe not the joke about on the dollar bill, but
that was funny.
I think she was funny. I think she was perfectly fine.
It reminds me a lot of when Alyssa was Joan Crawford, where like a lot of them were pre-prepared thingies, and there wasn't a lot of volley. And I think the people who were in the top were like good at like playing off what other people also said, which is very much a big part of it.
One bit I did find really funny though was when RuPaul was like, "Yeah, we're just doing it for a cause," and she was like, "To freedom!"
Was that a Nicki Minaj reference?
That's funny.
I thought that was a Nicki Minaj reference. She has this video, it's like, "To freedom."
She could have been a Barb too. Do you know what? I would love for someone to do Nicki Minaj really successfully on the Snatch game. I feel like it's like... Yeah, but I think you should also bring your Scooby-Doo just in case. Next up is Got Mick as Paris Hilton.
So camp.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think this is a perfect example of what you should do at the Snatch game. This was perfection for me. I thought this was one of the best Snatch games I've ever seen, like performances, just solo performances I've seen since like Big Ange. Mansion.
And you know what, actually, so I think, like, I know it's not about looking at the character, but I also think that does go a long way. And I was like, she looks so much like Paris Hilton. I was like, guys, imagine having the level of celeb clout, or would you be like, yeah, I've painted Paris Hilton a couple of times, you know. I was like, God, I forget Got Mick's like a really big deal in like the makeup world.
Next up we had Rosé, who, if Got Mick was not next to her, she would have taken this home. This for me is like, what this reminded me of so much was, I think it was because they were interacting with each other, was having Alaska and Katya next to each other for the All Stars 2 Snatch game, when they like the two best ones, and it was just like after the other, just solid, and it reminded me of that so much. Rosé was so funny.
Do you know what, to me,
this was so stupid.
Rosé is like such a consummate professional drag. Do you not think, like, watching them in the season, I was like, they're in the top almost every week, and the weeks that they're not in the top, like the disco entry, I'm like, oh, they should have been in the top. Do you know what I mean? I think they're actually a really impeccable drag artist. And I think I maybe underrated them at the start, because I was like, oh, I'm still not over Jan, you know. But I'm like, Rosé's shitting on these bitches. Like,
she does this singing joke, and she's done it quite a lot. Anytime she kind of is on screen doing her confessionals, she'll always kind of like sing her words. It's just like, as a joke.
That is actually you.
Like,
you're always like,
but it's like
every gig you're like, no. I hate my life.
But I'm not on national television batting it out every single 2 seconds. Okay, what I will say is, like, her entrance line was a buck tooth. Like, the bar wasn't set crazy high, you know? So I am, like, I'm starting to warm to her. This definitely helped me warm to her. Her runways are still kind of, like, I don't really know what her style is, or, like, who she is as a drag. Like, you say that she's an impeccable drag queen, but for me, an impeccable drag queen is having like a well thought out, not necessarily character, but like a point of view. And I don't really feel like I know her point of view. I feel like her points of view are always whatever's like trending.
It's like
at that
good
moment,
drag. I mean, like, it's not. Not unique drag.
But this was like her highlight in the competition for me so far. Like, not the fucking Rusical. Like, this for me, I was like, I saw her in a completely new light, so quick. And it's not even like the case of, it's a funny accent. We've never, because like, you know, that's, we have heard that accent before, and then her accent's accurate.
I thought it was Cam. Who was sat next to Rosé?
Who was sat next to?
Well, on the bottom was Candy. Oh, Tina Burner was next to her. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It was.
We got Tina Burner. I think textbook safe. You know, like, which is really. I was really surprised. I thought this would be a challenge that's like so up their street. But I think I can't remember who said it. Maybe Rosé. But I think she's really getting in her head, and I think it's starting to show, because I feel like Tina's hitting a ceiling, and I don't know why she's not breaking past it.
For me, like, I wasn't familiar with Tina Burner before the show. Coming into it, it was a lot of chatter of like, I deserve to be here, I've been auditioning year after year, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, cool, she's really gonna bring it. I honestly, I'm yet to be super impressed by anything Tina's done. Looks wise, like, oh, we'll talk about it on the runway, but it's getting worse. She's doing different colours, but it's getting worse somehow. You could tell he wasn't listening to what RuPaul was saying. He was just like, okay, I'm ready to do these legs. Like, felt like if they added on like a
is that the fat walking
kind of like music behind it. Yeah, like the someone's flopping hard music. Like, it would be believable that she's in the bottom.
I thought you meant like the fat person music, like blah, 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 blah. I was like, Candy Muse. Okay, that was not Patrick Star, Mama. She was funnier than the people who are in the bottom 3, but I was like, there was no attempt at a character, in my opinion.
I don't know who Patrick Star is, but even I know that this was not an accurate imitation. I saw on Twitter that she was like, people were saying that I just played my character. Well, it was a celebrity impersonation. I am a celebrity. I'm like, bitch, do that. Go whole hog with that. I want to see the audacity. Imagine just.
It's like Ginny Lemon, isn't it?
Kind of, I love that. Why was she going to play herself for Snatch Game?
So Ginny Lemon said she was going to play herself for Snatch Game, and they said no. So like, you can't do that because that's not a character. So she's like, okay. So her plan was to do another character for the first question, then get changed into Ginny Lemon and do it as Ginny Lemon for the rest of it.
Next up was Olivia Lux as Miss Tabitha Brown. I was so excited and happy, and then that was quickly taken away from me. This was fucking shite.
It was so boring. It's so boring.
It came across that she thought she did a lot better than she did. Like the fact that she was so surprised that Utica said that she was going to be in the bottom. I guess it's because she said to her face that she thought she did well, but that's just Utica. She's nice. Like,
but
she's not going to be like, you were shit.
Yeah, I didn't even think that's you lying and being like, oh, missing.
No, it's just you being a polite person.
Like, yeah, but she's like, oh, I hope I did alright. Like, I think you did good. Look at like, oh, girl. That was shit, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
and then she can't be like, and she can't be mad at them talking about her when she's not there. They're on a fucking TV show. They're being prodded every single 2 seconds to talk smack about each other. Why is she suddenly surprised by this concept?
Somebody I did not expect to kill the Snatch Game in this way. Denali as Jonathan Van Ness. I've never watched Queer Eye. This was jokes.
This was very good. This was very, very funny.
I just didn't think this would be something that she had nailed. I mean, considering who else was in the room who like Tina and like Simone and Candy, who maybe proven themselves to be more conventionally funny than her, I was like, oh, like, pop off, bitch.
I mean, you say that. I think Tina and Candy did significantly worse than her in the Bossy Rossi Improv Challenge. Like, I think she should have been in the top for that challenge. Like, I think she's a very funny queen. Flip him around and make it into an Eggs Benedict. So funny. So fucking funny.
A what, girl?
Flip him around and turn him into a Benedict. Because they were talking about...
What's the name?
Like an Eggs Benedict, but it sounds like dick.
What's Eggs Benedict?
Oh, shut up.
What are you...
Shut up. You don't know what Eggs Benedict is?
No, girl.
Because they even have it in Wetherspoons. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you don't know that.
What do you mean, like...
Eggs Benedict is... I don't actually know what it is.
Is it the one with hollandaise?
Yeah.
It looks grotesque. I would not order that on my own accord.
Elliot with 2 T's.
That was a foghorn.
Okay, I love Golden Girls. Golden Girls is very funny. I do not think anyone should do a character from Golden Girls on Snatch Game. It's just I don't think that's anything that I want to see in the future. I don't think it's anything that RuPaul wants to see in the future.
I think it's too close to Ru's like level of personal interest. If Ru's that obsessed with it, like, you have to be so funny. Like, for example, Bianca like killed Judge Judy because she's the comedy girl of her season. But the 2 people who tried to do Golden Girls were not known for the yucks.
Although that one time where BB Zahara Benet came out as Diana Ross and she could have taken a shit on that stage and RuPaul would have been like, yes! So much Diana, so much Diana. Who was last?
Oh, Utica's Bob Ross, and she was last in this challenge. We've clearly seemed to establish that these Snatch Games need to be like cyclical, because like now it's just I'm the fashiony twink wins a Snatch game, but also it's always I'm the weird kooky one with a fun sense of humour who bombs a Snatch game.
If you start off really, really shit, it's very rare that you come back from that.
Yeah,
and so you have to sit there the whole hour knowing that you're in the bomb.
Yeah.
Just like straight off the bat. I would hate that.
Yeah, but you're funny. Like I think you're like Snatch game sticky funny, whereas like I think I'm funny
start
looking.
already.
I think I'm funny looking, hee hee. But I can't imagine.
No, you're the funniest person I know, and I think you're a quicker thinker than me.
But you've been in lockdown a while, love. How many people do you even know at this point? Was there any compelling work from chat that wasn't the thing with Olivia and Utica that we talked about? Not that I recall. Was there anyone? Oh, was Elliot like my mum doesn't like me? Or something? I don't remember. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh no, Denali.
Oh, maybe it's not me. Oh no, because I feel like every time we talk about the sad narrative bit, it's always the same thing. I'm like, much just a show for like
queer narratives.
Queer narratives.
So we bring it to the runway.
Runway.
What was Rue wearing? Hold on, I'm gonna get some little picky pics.
Show me your pics. Take your top off.
Take your top off.
Show me your cock. I don't know if you talked about it on the gag. Right, Hunt, there's this drag artist who we stan called Taylor Trash, and she does these drag parodies.
Oh, sure, Taylor Trash.
One of them sends DAPHNE and I all the time. It's Toxic by Britney Spears, but like she's singing it as if she's like giving a bad blowjob, and she's like, "Don't you know that your cock stinks?" And I was like, "Oh."
That your cock stinks. Oh God, I've just seen the dress. And I remember exactly my reaction when it came out. And Kieran said the same thing.
Now you said it.
This is Smithy's The House Down.
It's the Crozzy version of a big top 10. I was like,
again, it's that flat sequin fabric. It's the disc. It's like a circle shiny disc. It's not like an actual like sequin. First down on the runway was Miss Olivia Lux. I personally really disliked this.
Oh, okay, we're on the same page. Okay, I was thinking like, I loved it. I was like, that's not this. Be into the glove, and I like his shoulder pad. For me,
yeah,
you lose me there. Like, it was like, fine. What is this ginger bob she keeps whacking out? Same one from her Executive Realness that we both hated.
I didn't get lab coat at all. Like Alec had to full on explain the look to me. And even then I was like, asking myself why. Very much felt like she had these pair of gloves and she was like, sickening. Let's build the look around that and just put a blue lip on. And you know how I feel about a fucking blue lip.
Sure, you say this. For the gag finale, I'm going to do a blue lip. I don't want to make that promise.
Please do not make that promise. Next up was Rosé. In a rosé.
I was glad they pulled her up on this frilly thing. We've done this before, and I get this was the first time where it was like she'd retract it from the waist, so she saw the silhouette. But I was like, yeah, they've just never mentioned the fact like, why is everything you wear like a loofah? I also no tea. Lala Ree posted on her Instagram that she also had a rose one. I prefer Lala Ree as well.
So much better.
I never had my glasses on when I watched the episodes. I didn't even see the thorns. I just nodded politely because they said they were there.
It was alright. It's a nice little play on her name.
Yeah. I didn't even get that.
Stop it.
No, just check it.
Oh.
I did English literature for a year at the University of Leeds. I get words.
Can I have a word? Have two. Bog off.
Have two, your mum.
Next up was Simone. Oh my Christ. I was so like silent like during it. I didn't want fucking Bob Ross or Carson Kressley to be like, oh, she's making a political slatement or something like that.
I was really glad that, I was really glad they didn't even have the judges like chime in with any jokes. They just had like Simone's voiceover and that was it.
The bullets at the back, so powerful.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, call a spade a spade. She's gonna win this season, let's be real. Like, I would be fuming if she loses this season.
I can't see it not happening at all.
I just think so stunning, so gorgeous. The silhouette, even without the message, the silhouette so clean. I love the like the pointed hip. It's just really gorgeous.
Next up we have Gottmik. I fucking loved this. This killed it for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. I just thought it was so incredible. Like, I thought really well constructed, like really simple, really chic. I'm so into this hair. this like bowl cutty with a little like. I was like,
yeah.
oh, whoa. Gottmik said they're like very punk inspired, like rock inspired. Like, I mean, they even said their makeup is like kind of inspired by like the members from Kiss.
I'm really excited to see what they're going to pull out for like very best drag.
Yeah,
because it feels like they're always doing a really good version of what the runway requires,
Exactly,
and they always absolutely hit it with like their take on it. But for me, this was like the first time we've seen Gottmik's true personal style. I was here for it. The pin headpiece was actually my favourite just headpiece on it, so I think it was so gorgeous.
I quite liked my art palette, but don't worry.
I quite like my $2.99. Actually, I'm not going to undersell myself. $3.99 Amazon Smithies Fruity Tooty hat. Next up was Denali. I really like the headpiece.
Yeah, see, the headpiece is definitely the strongest part of the outfit.
I like the props. It's worrying that we're only talking about the hat and the props. Like I've seen this like diner girl thing done so much nicer and cleaner and more polished.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not even like a crazy expensive outfit to execute.
Yeah.
Not to bring up Redacted Pie.
I was about to say the same thing.
But do you remember her makeover look?
Yeah, with like tiramisu, yeah. Wouldn't it have been such a gaggy parallel if Denali had bombed and in the Snatch game again, she was in the bottom lip syncing to Roller Skates to the song.
Yeah, this is what I thought.
To the song Fascinated when Robbie Turner lip synced in Roller Skates to the song Fascination. Is that not like a cinematic parallel right there?
Except for she didn't. It was Mesmerized
Why
by Faith
did I
Evans.
think it was Fascinating?
What? Fascination?
No.
Fascination.
I don't know why I thought that. Okay.
There's no other song? Oh, Jesus Christ. Next up, we have Miss Tina Burner.
The worst she has looked all season. Like, what? What, girl? Like, what are you doing? I was like, it's so ugly.
She was so lucky that there was some real shite before this in Snatch Game.
I will say, I loved that little barrette purse. But then you've lost me.
I don't know what's more upsetting, looking at the outfit or trying to picture her decapitating that fucking horse's head from that stick. You know, the one with the little horses.
Yeah.
This for me as well, I've always taken issue with her eyebrows, but her eyebrows today...
Alright, sorry, Simon. Have I ever told you about Nanga?
They were minging.
Speaking of decapitated teddies, have I ever told you about Nanga?
Nanga.
Right, so okay, basically one of my old best Judies, Libby.
She's had this random rag. So no, it's a big yellow rag sewn to a small pink rag, sewn to a bear's head. And she had like attachment issues with it. Love you, Libby, if you're watching. No, and she was obsessed with it because she lived in Australia. And then when she was a child, her nan was like, you don't need this stinky rag anymore. And she tried to throw it in the fire. And then she was like, no! And like stole it out of the fire. So she got like attachment thingies with it. And Libby was like so aggressive with Nanga. Like it was literally a hawk and a chick. You did not fuck with Nanga, period. And I remember, there was a time where she was at her house and she was like, let's go to the shop, and she had £2 on her and we had no money. So she was like, okay, well, why don't we all spend the money? I was like, okay, well, how about you have £1 of him, it's me and Sophie, this girl who's with us, each have 50p. Libby was like, no, I have 150, you each have 25p. We're like, what can we get with that? Like, we'll find out. So we get to the shop, and then we're like, oh, Libby, the only thing I can afford is Tangy Tom's, those hideous tomato flavoured crisps. And she was like, well, best enjoy them then, honey. And I was like, right. So then we go back to hers, and I'm eating these Tangy Tom's, and she's like, how are they? And I was like, oh, this fucking bitch. So then I was like, okay, so I finished my Tangy Tom's. I just ran, but I went to spot for it. I ran upstairs, and I find Nanga, and I stuck it in the Tangy Tom's packet, so it gets all stinky. Because it always felt foul anyway, so brothers would always fart on it, and like, throw it in dog poo and stuff. I come down the stairs and he was like, where's Nanga? And I'm like, on your bed, I'm sure. And she runs up there and I hear her scream like, I was like, okay, God, right. So then by the time, like, so the entrance to her front room is like no more than 6 feet away from where I already stood. By the time I get in the room with Sophie, she's already at the bottom of the stairs, like, and then she grabs me by my hat to try and pull me back, she can beat me up. And I was like, but then the hat comes off, so she just goes and spits in the hat. And I was like, no. And we lock the door, she's like, banging on the door, like, please. Like, I'm like, I'm so scared. And then she just bang stops, like, okay. And we hear her at the window, and we look, and she's like, calling us over to the window, and we run over, and then she's got Sophie's shoe, and she scoops it in with full of her dog Ziggy's shit, and we're like, and Sophie's like, and Libby comes in like, now we're even. She's like, Libby, I didn't even put Nanga in the tangy. I was like, now I can't walk home because I've got all my shoes full of dog shit. She's like, well, we should have fucked with Nanga, and that's on rag.
How the fuck have you never been on Jeremy Kyle? Okay, so after Tina Burner, we have Miss Candy Muse.
I thought it was fine. Like, okay, first I will say, I still feel the same way about the lining thing as I felt with Joey J's one from the before. I just wish she'd stuck like a black lining on the back of the white fabric. When it moves, you don't see the white underlayer. But I mean, I think she was also quite fortunate that like there were some clunkers in the challenge and on the runway. Because I was like, this is fine. I think her Snatch Game was like alright, and this outfit, I did kind of like the headpiece. I was like, it's all fine. It's all It's all fine.
I was so confused, and I still have yet to get clarification. Why does she have like a black cast on one of her arms and not the other?
Because it's like, I imagine it was just two-tonal, like the houndstooth. That's one's black, one's white, but still didn't like it.
But it wasn't white, because she had just bare skin. Like, she just had like a black
It's
sleeve
asymmetrical.
and then white.
It's asymmetrical.
It's a piece of shit. I don't like it. And then lastly, we have Miss Utica.
I know you skipped over someone, but we'll come back to that at the end. So Utica, I haven't. You have. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. I was quite confused that if it's a picnic blanket, I think it should have been a gown.
Oh!
Yeah, you just realised. No,
I'm sorry. Okay, right, continue.
I think it should have been a gown as opposed to a leotard. But also, this wig sent me because this is the love child of Daphne and Alfie Ordinary in wig form.
I can see that. I loved this so fucking much. This is my favourite Utica look so far.
Really?
I did love her Gone with the Wind. I really liked her Gone with the Wind.
I mean, like, I thought it was really simple.
This was gorgeous. I loved this. I feel like I'm her like year 6 teacher, but like Utica's such a joy to watch. Every single runway, she's just killing it. I just love her.
This was solid. I did like it. But coming out
Very,
to
very
the
cute.
big bird herself, pluck, Miss Elliot with 2 T's. The TT stand for terrible time on the runway.
Why did she decide to not wear any lipstick?
Okay, I was like, okay, I
She
as
just
you know,
didn't have lips on.
I thought it was so, Mama, there was, okay, bold statement. There was no redeemable factor of this look. Like, it was so
No,
okay.
there was not.
I'm doing a Daphne
There
now,
was
being
not.
like, Ellen's a piece of shit. But I was like, Mama, the hair, this weird, like, ombre, did not work, firstly. I think she needed the brow. I know she's being avant-garde, whatever. Didn't work. Lashes were too long. They looked really dry. Where's the lip, Mama? This hideous garm. And Michelle was like, oh, it's a flamingo. I was like, more like flamingo.
Did not get that. I feel sad because she has had some looks that I thought were kind of low-key killer. And so for her to be going out on this, I was like, the leg that looked like Darian Lake's fucking topaz saggy ass dress.
Oh,
like,
no, I didn't mind that dress.
I was vomiting. It was disgusting. It was minging.
One of my least favourites on the runway this entire season.
Do you agree with the winner?
I agree with pretty much. I agree with every single placement of the week. Highest, late.
Same.
Yeah.
Absolutely same.
You know, good for you, RuPaul. Good for you not for like one of these random ones out your asshole. Like, Olivia, you win. I was like, what, girl?
So the lip sync starts. Utica, the confidence on that bitch.
I feel like
you could not touch her.
Yeah,
she was
and
just like straight off the bat, like, I'm winning this. There's no question.
so odd
like, I'm not
because
going
I
home. That's
think-
not going to happen today.
It's so odd 'cause as a song, I feel like when I heard it, because I didn't recognise it from the name. When it started, I was like, oh, I know this song. And I was like, oh, this should be a song Elliot has in the bag. Like this old kind of like 80s dance pop. I was like, it feels like it was so up Elliot's alley. It was a prime example of somebody knowing like their time's come and they are so defeated.
I think she looked at the other two and was like, Olivia, Utica, I'm going home. Like, I wasn't really wanted here in the first place. I've already lip synced before. Utica and Olivia, you know, are going to be fan favourites.
Yeah.
Ru wants them around. Like, I think she just already mentally checked out and was like, I'm
And I guess, like...
Which is, I think is a shame because it's like, that's your last chance to be on national TV.
Yeah, no.
Just like, even
All
if you know you're
Stars.
going home.
You have to just try not to think like that. And I guess it's easier said than done. But like, even like you said, like, okay, if it was Olivia, then I'd be like, that's a clear, she's been put there to send you home. But Utica, if I was Elliot, I'd be like, I believe I'm better lip syncing than you.
It was the fucking confidence on that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, that's the level of confidence that I want. I want to be able to just like straight off the bat be like, I'm gonna kill this fucking performance, but there's me coming on stage like, ooh, you like? I really want to go see Utica perform now. Not necessarily because she's like gaggy turning it out, but just like there's something to be said about seeing someone feel so confident and comfortable in their own skin. Whenever I'm feeling really down about myself and I need to get myself ready for a gig and pick myself up, I just sit and I watch compilations of Naomi Campbell runway walk for hours on end because to me, she is the most unapologetically confident woman. There's something to be said about watching someone be so fucking sure in themselves and just absolutely kill every single step that they walk on. And like, to me, watching Utica it brought me so much joy. I did love when she found out that she was the winner. She was just like,
your little running man. I was like, pump. And now we've seen Elliot Flamingo home. That brings us to the end of another episode.
Thank you very much for joining us on this journey. We love you ever so much. Don't worry, we will be here next week. And there will probably be another double save, so...
God. It's you saving this to your playlist once you like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, we never do that. Please do all of the things that you think that we deserve.
Yeah, T. I mean, we work really hard on this, young.
Low-key, I think these are kind of slept on. So please do like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of those things. I don't know. I feel like we're doing our best here. We're doing our best here.
And that's an algorithm. Have a good night.